Here's Eckler to begin the drive. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Herbert. He's going to air one out. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field, though, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their 35-yard line. A first down throw for Mills. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now it's Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mills. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Those defense for the Packers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more, or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs. The Texans at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's got room. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action now, Mills. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And this is going to be Packer football. And they pull it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into it a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Herbert. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the save. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan from 13 yards out. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans. at their 25-yard line. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mills. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. And incompletions on the first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Herbert on the out route. He completes it to Hall. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st and 10, Herbert. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 29 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far. Fights through and now a crease. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, It's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42.
Let's go.
Mills now. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that, they end with a...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Third and long, it's Herbert. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, even so close to halftime there, you throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Mills on first down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Here's Pierce. Is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Point after here coming up. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead at 21-7. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is winning the game.
So a failure to connect on second down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. On first down, it's Herbert. And it's caught. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Eckler now between the tackles. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Herbert now. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Now a handoff up the middle. Randall. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Mills. It's caught by OBJ. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mills. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
Brandon, this defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 1st and 10, Mills. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10, Mills. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 32 on the play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Packers. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Off the play fake, Mills. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side. and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Mills, fourth down, gotta have it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. That's going to be caught. And the Packers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Second and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Alec Ingold, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mills. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll run on first down. Randall, and he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Darnell Savage there to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Randall, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Mills. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Up the middle they go. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. It's Eckler again. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.